Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. Zara talks to Sancar about the purchase of the port. Sancar comments that he will transfer his shares to Melik. Zara asks why. So Sancar nervously replies that it's because it's the first purchase since he got his daughter back. So Zara warns Nare. They warn Sancar that they found Nekdet, so Sancar goes to see him. Nekdet asks him to let him go, telling him that he already kicked Manek out and accusing him of taking advantage of them. Sancar shuts him up, but Nekdet complains about how he kicked Manek out of the house. Sancar asks him not to pretend he cares about Manek, as he knows he only cares about the money. Nekdet tries to rebut, but Sancar shuts him up and tells him that he will give him a monthly salary for the rest of his life. Nekdet, surprised, asks him why, saying that he will do whatever he wants. So Sancar replies that all he wants him to do is to take care of Manek and never go near his family and Nare again. Zara follows Sancar at all times and informs Nare of everything he does. Sancar meets with Guven to give him money in exchange for giving custody to Nare instead of him. Guven asks him what happened to make him change his decision so suddenly, but Sancar tells him that this is none of his business and that the agreement will be made directly with his lawyer. Guven asks him why he looks so calm, but Sancar doesn't answer. So Guven leaves, but Sancar stops him to ask him if he ever loved Nare. Guven answers that even if he doesn't understand, he loves his daughter, but Sancar angrily throws him out. Elvan goes to the olive trees to talk to Sancar to complain him for organizing everything for his departure and asks him when he is going to kill Akin. Sancar asks him not to speak so loudly, but Elvan asks him who he is going to ask to take care of her. Since he cannot ask that to Yaya, Sancar answers that she does not need anyone. So Elvan asks him who will take care of Nare and if he is going to ask Geddes to take care of her. Sancar gets angry when he hears her. Elvan tells him that even if he doesn't want, that is what will happen, saying that even if Geddes had not fallen in love with her, Nare will still cry on her shoulder. Since they are very close and her departure will only bring them closer, Elvan complains to her for not waiting for Nare and instead marrying Manek, saying that now Nare has no reason to wait for him and he will only get Geddes to marry Nare if he kills Akin. Meanwhile, Nare and Geddes continue to search for Akin and make plans to prevent Sancar from killing him. Rafika goes to see Geddes to complain that neither he nor Moog see her often. She also asks Geddes to go talk to Moog, because although she seemed to be better, she still doesn't want to go to work. Geddes agrees and goes to Moog. She asks him if he already found Akin. Geddes says no and proposes to go on vacation and then go back to work, but Moog answers that he quit his job. Geddes asks him why. So Moog replies that he can't be a good psychiatrist if he couldn't even see who Akin really was for 9 years. Geddes tells him that it's not like that and apologizes for saying that during the discussion, trying to encourage her and asking her not to punish herself like that. Moog tells her that because of Akin, she has lost her sanity and almost became a murderer. But Geddes gives her support, acknowledges the pain she is suffering and apologizes for everything she said to him before. Karaman shows the port to Guven to become his partner. Nare arrives at the olive trees and goes to talk to Sancar, but not finding him there, she is frightened that he has gone to kill Akin, so she goes out to look for him. For his part, Sancar is sitting under a tree remembering his moments together with Nare and wondering if they ever imagined that this is how their love story would end. Nare comes running and upon seeing him is relieved that he is okay, saying that she was very scared and that if he doesn't do anything to Akin, she is willing to forgive him. Sancar, surprised, asks if she means it. Nare replies yes, but after thinking about it, she says she can't forgive him. Sancar tells her it's okay not to forgive him. Nare invites him to a picnic with Melik, saying maybe then he will give up and even if not, at least Melik will be able to have a good memory of him, so Sancar accepts. Geddes goes to see Karaman. Karaman asks him about Moog. So Geddes gets upset and asks him if he has found an investor yet. Karaman asks him why he cares. So Geddes tells him that if he hasn't found anyone yet, he will have to sell his shares to them. Karaman says that's not going to happen because neither his partners nor he will sell them anything. So Geddes scoffs and shows him the documents he has signed with his partners, clarifying that once those shares are bought, Sancar and he will own 51% of the port and therefore he will be forced to sell them his share as well. Melik, Sancar and Nare go to the beach. So Melik asks them to show him where they met. Nare asks Sancar to be the one to tell him the story because as it will be his last day with Melik, he wants her to remember it. So Sancar accepts and goes with Melik to tell him how he met Nare. So they both remember with nostalgia the first time they met. Melik also asks about when they got engaged, so they remember their story and sit down to eat. Sancar receives a call that Akin is already well, so Sancar gets up and looks sadly at Nare with Melik and then meets Kavarek and says goodbye to him. Nare sees that Sancar is taking a long time to return, so she looks around and noticing Kavarek there, she realizes that Sancar is going to kill Akin. So worried she looks at Melik. Nare goes to talk to Kavarek, who tells her that the time has come. Sancar arrives at the mill and goes in to see Akin. Sancar asks him if he remembers that place, as there is a reason why he decided to kill him there. Then he remembers that they met there. Sancar takes out a knife and removes the tape from Akin's mouth. He begs him to reason, saying that he is making a big mistake, but Sancar replies that the mistake he made a long time ago and now he will do the right thing by ending that mistake. Akin begs for his life as Sancar prepares to kill him, however they hear a car outside. Akin screams for help, so Sancar shuts him up and goes outside to see what's going on. Geddes tries to get in, but Sancar stops him. Geddes yells at him that Nare is coming and asks him if he is going to kill Akin with her in front of him. Sancar tells him to take Nare away from there, but Geddes tells him that if he kills Akin, he will not keep his promise and marry Nare. Sancar says that Nare will never reciprocate because she only loves him and enters the mill. Nare arrives with Melik, while Sancar prepares to kill Akin. Nare enters and begs him not to kill Akin, asks him to think about his daughter and threatens to let Melik see everything. Sancar sees from there his daughter and drops the knife to run to her and hug her. Nare comes out with him and hugs them, while Geddes looks at them. Loki goes to see Manek. She angrily asks him what he wants. Loki tells her that on the way he saw Sancar with Nare and his daughter, and that they looked very happy together. She shocked starts to laugh hysterically, but she starts to feel a strong pain in her belly and faints. Atik goes to help her daughter and realizes that Manek was pregnant. And so we end this preview. Until next time.